Tanzania President Samia Suluhu Hassan is in the international spotlight after a coalition of global lawyers and human rights organizations formally petitioned the International Criminal Court ICC to open an investigation into alleged crimes against humanity committed during and after the country's recent general election. The petition submitted in the Hugo by an alliance that includes prominent international legal groups and human rights advocates accuses President Hassan and senior members of her government of being directly responsible for the deaths of civilians during the post-election arrests that shocked several regions of the country. According to the coalition, the violence that erupted following the disputed vote was not random, but systematic, widespread, and state orchestrated, involving live gunfire on protesters, torture, and forced disappearance, and excessive force by security agencies tasked with quelling demonstrations. Rights groups say scores of Tanzanians were killed as protesters challenged the credibility of the election results, while opposition leaders and civil society monitors had already described as deeply flawed. Families of victims and eyewitnesses have reported cases of individuals being shot at close range, as well as accounts of security forces sealing off certain neighborhoods where the demonstrations were most intense. The petition further claims that several high-ranking officials in the ruling administration coordinated or approved these operations, thereby making the government culpable under international law. Lawyers involved in the filing argue that the gravity and scale of the alleged violations makes the ICC threshold for crimes against humanity. Although the Tanzanian government has since established a local commission to investigate the post-election deaths, human rights advocates maintain that a domestic injury lacks independence and could shield top officials from accountability. They insist that only an ICC-led investigation can ensure impartial justice for victims and survivors. The move to involve the ICC has intensified scrutiny on President Hassan's administration, which is already facing growing criticism over reports of hidden graves, overwhelmed mobs, and families still searching for missing relatives in the wake of the unrest. As the ICC's Office of the Prosecutor reviews the petition, Tanzania now stands at a critical moment. The outcome could set a precedent for how election-related violence in the region is judged on the global stage and could have far-reaching consequences for the country's political leadership. That's a news update on Africa 24 Hours TV. My name is Amos Zagil.